वेलकम बैक। गुज़िश्ता 2 दिहाइयों में पाकिस्तान में मुख्तलिफ शोबों में काम करने वाली और कारोबार करने वाली ख़वातीन की तादाद में कई गुना इजाफा देखने में आया है, लेकिन साथ में ये भी देखने में आता है कि जब ख़वातीन कोई नया कारोबार करने का इरादा रखती हैं तो उन पर उमूमन एतमाद नहीं किया जाता। तो आइए मिलते हैं इस्लामाबाद की समीना फजल से, जिन्होंने USAID की मदद से अपना गारमेंट्स का कारोबार शुरू किया जो आज फल फूल रहा है। समीना 20 साल से ज़ायद अरसे से इस्लामाबाद में अपना गारमेंट्स का कारोबार कर रही हैं। उन्होंने बिजनेस उस वक्त शुरू किया जब उनके बच्चे छोटे थे, मगर अब उनके बच्चे भी उनके कारोबार में हाथ बटा रहे हैं। लेकिन इसके साथ साथ जब से समीना को USAID का ताउन हासिल हुआ तो उनके कारोबार में 4 चांद ही लग गए।
पहले तो हम लोग बिज़नेस जो कर रहे थे वो उस तरीके से कर रहे थे कि जितनी हमें अपनी समझ बूझ थी, और लेकिन अब जो है अब हमें प्रॉपर गाइडलाइन मिल रही है बिज़नेस करने में, और बहुत सारी ऐसी टेक्निकल बातें हैं जो कि इससे पहले हमें नहीं मालूम थी। तो इस तरीके से ये कि जब ये हम लोगों ने ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स की हैं तो अब हम बेहतर तौर पे अपने बिज़नेस को आगे जो है चला सकते हैं।
कामयाब कारोबार के लिए मेहनत अव्वलीन शर्त होती है और समीना इस शर्त पर पूरा उतरती हैं। कपड़ों पर रेशमी कढ़ाई करानी हो या फिर सलमा सितारे का काम, वो ये काम अपने सामने ही कराना पसंद करती हैं। समीना खवातीन को यही मशवरा देती हैं कि नए बिजनेस से पहले होमवर्क ज़रूरी है।
अपना बिज़नेस स्टार्ट करने से पहले अपना होमवर्क कर लें कि वो क्या करना चाहती हैं, उनमें क्या स्किल है उनके, तभी वो उसमें सक्सेसफुल होंगी। लेकिन अगर आप बग़ैर सोचे समझे कोई भी बिज़नेस स्टार्ट कर लेंगे और जो है तो ऑब्वियसली थोड़े दिनों के बाद जो है वो आपका बिज़नेस जो है वो ख़त्म हो जाएगा।
समीना आजकल इस्लामाबाद विमेन चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स एंड इंडस्ट्री की सदर हैं और यही चाहती हैं कि ख़वातीन अपने पाँव पर खुद खड़ी हों ताकि माशरे में वो किसी के सहारे पर खड़े होने के बजाय खुद किसी का सहारा बने। समीना ही जैसे एक और होनहार खातून से भी हम आपकी मुलाकात कराएंगे, लेकिन फिलहाल हम बात करते हैं USAID की जानिब से पाकिस्तान में जेंडर इक्विटी के लिए काम करने वाली अमरीकी खातून लेस्ली गॉन्जलेस से। लेस्ली, वेलकम टू 51% एंड अ वेरी हैप्पी इंडिपेंडेंस डे टू यू। हाउ लॉन्ग हैव यू बीन वर्किंग इन पाकिस्तान नाउ एंड कुड यू प्लीज ऑल्सो टेल अस ब्रीफली अबाउट द प्रोजेक्ट यू आर वर्किंग ऑन?
Of course. I arrived in Pakistan on the 9th of April, around the same time as the Assembly passed the 18th Amendment, as well as the Sexual Harassment Bill, which are two pieces of legislation that all Pakistanis should be very proud of. As far as the work I do with USAID Pakistan, I'm working on gender issues rather than a specific project. So rather than focusing on a technical sector such as health or education or on a particular program, I work on the theme of gender, and I assure that gender is incorporated into all of USAID's activities. It's very important to the US government that the needs of men, women, and children are addressed, but particularly that gender equity and women's empowerment are addressed as well.
When you talk about gender policy in Pakistan, Leslie, what exactly are you looking at?
Gender policy is how one approaches and integrates the concerns of both men and women into every either legislation, project, or in the private sector interests. In my work, it's also how we consider the impact of the gender roles of both men and women on each of our projects. What we're really looking at is how both men and women can best contribute and participate in society, as well as be protected by legislation and the Constitution. What I focus on at USAID is how to put such policies into practice. So Pakistan has some impressive gender equity commitments. Your Constitution has at least 7 articles that promote women's equality as well as non-discrimination. You've ratified the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. You've got a national plan of action and a poverty reduction strategy that really integrates gender in a strong way. And for that, you should be proud. There's no denying Pakistan's commitment to women. What the United States wants to do is to help put those commitments into practice.
Okay, tell us something about the objectives of the gender equity program that is run by USAID in Pakistan.
The new gender equity program that's going to be launched this month in July is a program that has 4 objectives. The first is granting women the access, is helping women access justice and the legal system. The second is increasing women's knowledge of their rights and opportunities to exercise those rights. The third is combating gender-based violence. And the fourth is strengthening the capacity of Pakistani organizations that advocate for gender equity. Last week, the government of Pakistan and the United States held a strategic dialogue on women's empowerment, and we're all very excited about launching this program.
Now, specifically speaking about gender equity, how many programs are targeted at women under the umbrella of USAID program?
Well, the gender equity program that we just spoke about is really an exception rather than a rule. It's one of the few programs that USAID has that specifically targets women. The Benazir Income Support Program also supports women, but those two are both exceptions. We know that isolating gender issues can lead to the marginalization or compartmentalization of women's issues. And that's why we integrate a gender component through each and every one of our programs within the mission. So that means in our agriculture programs, our energy programs, as well as health and education, they all have a component that looks at the specific needs of women and girls.
Leslie, women in Pakistan are dreamers. Even within the confines of their homes, they have dreams, they have career aspirations, but do not have means to achieve them. Even at times, they do not have skills. So how can women in Pakistan actually benefit from the programs run by USAID in Pakistan?
Actually, that's one of the things I really love about Pakistani women is their ability to dream and to dream big. And it keeps gender and women's issue on the political radar almost constantly, and it's admirable. The quickest way to learn about USAID programs is to have a look at our website, which is usaid.gov, and specifically regarding the Gender Equity Program, which will be launched in the coming weeks. This program will have extensive public outreach, so you should hear about it either on the radio or in the newspaper, and you can also have a look at our website, again, which is usaid.gov/pk, where you get a lot of information on how to apply for grants if you have an organization, or how to benefit from some of the programs that the organizations are implementing.
Also, we see many cultural and student exchange programs being run under US government, and I believe many Pakistani students have been given this chance. Are women also eligible for such a program, and how do they qualify? Because I believe that it can help change the perception of both the countries, their people and their culture.
Yes, I'm happy to hear that, Anita. I'm glad you had such a good experience when you were in the United States. And absolutely, women can access our exchange programs. In fact, under our Fulbright program, we support about 200 students a year in Pakistan alone, and about 40% of those students are women. So we certainly prioritize female students, and we want to get as many Pakistani students as possible to the U.S. to take advantage of the Fulbright program. We also have other exchange and study programs in the other sector, in various sectors of the USAID programming. So, for example, in our governance sector, we have a judicial exchange. In health, we're looking to have some exchanges in the medical profession. So we really want to take advantage of all of the benefits that cultural exchange programs provide to both Pakistan and to the United States.
Now, a personal question, Leslie. We see a lot of negative comments about Pakistan on international blogging sites and forums. Now that you're residing in Pakistan, working here, you've had a first-hand experience of living here, of Pakistan and the life in Pakistan. So how do you find Pakistan and Pakistanis?
I have to tell you, I really didn't know what to expect when I came to Pakistan. But from the moment I arrived, I've had so many wonderful experiences and met so many amazing Pakistanis. You have such a sophisticated and savvy population throughout the country, and such a rich culture that I can't help but really find myself at ease and falling in love with the country. That said, I know women in this country face a number of challenges, and those challenges have to be addressed if Pakistan is going to reach its fullest potential.
Okay, USAID Pakistan is run by the money of American taxpayers. On the US Independence Day, any message from American people for Pakistani people?
I think it's important that Pakistanis understand that Americans are committed to President Obama's vision for a renewed partnership in Pakistan, a partnership that's based on mutual trust and understanding as well as collaborative decision making. So I think most Americans would want Pakistanis to know that we understand you know what's best for your country, and we want to help you reach all of your goals so that you can achieve success.
थैंक यू वेरी मच लेस्ली कॉन्सलीज फॉर योर टाइम। यहाँ पर हम ले रहे हैं एक मुख्तसर सा ब्रेक। कीप वॉचिंग 51%।